Cool. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Queen Branding Week, day 4. And Erica's back with us. She's going to share some really great tips for what to do in your branding. So, Erica, do you want to give a little intro into what you're going to be talking about today?
Yeah, sure. Am I on right now? Let me see.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Yeah, so I'm just going to get into it with talking about all the don'ts when it comes behind your brand, things to avoid, mistakes that you don't want to have happen to you. And I'm going to give you, like a little step-by-step on, all the things that we as business owners, need to avoid when it comes to our business and branding with it. And then, after me, Sarah's going to hop back on and we're going to talk about a couple other things. Sarah, if you want to bring it back to you real quick.
Sure. So I just wanted to remind you that we're running a really amazing competition as part of Queen Branding Week. So Erica and I are launching a really exciting mastermind called Brand and Thrive Mastermind. And it's a 3-month intensive to really support you in getting your message out there with impact, keeping it simple, and keeping the mindset that will help you create consistency and really create momentum in the impact that you're making with your online presence. So to make the most of, to enter the competition to win, we're offering 2 spots for free. You have to watch all of the videos from this week. We've got 1 more left coming up tomorrow, and leave a comment and then share a post on your Instagram and also on your Facebook, sharing a breakthrough that you've had around your branding, tagging both myself and Erica. Over to you, Erica.
All right. Okay, so let's pretty much just get right into it. And, so like I said, I'm here to go over what the branding don'ts are today so we can avoid them in our business and we don't have, have these issues come up. So I can't stress enough how much an impact a quality brand identity will have on your business. I've said this on Tuesday a little bit, so I'm kind of rehashing a couple of things, but this includes everything from the photography choices to your color palette, your logo, and so many other design elements that you can incorporate. Don't undervalue the role that this look and feel has in your business because it's so important. A good design, it builds trust. So without, acknowledging it, the design of a website, a business card or an advertisement, it impacts, our initial impression of a business. And, for an example, when searching, I did an example the other day, but again, so if I'm searching for, say, like a florist in my area, I subconsciously rule out any florist that, if their website seems outdated, if it has a poor functionality, if it's just, not, appealing to me and catches my eye, I just totally rule it out. And that proves that, industry-wide, the visual identity of your brand, it's so significant. Also, getting into this, don't avoid establishing a brand identity. One major mistake businesses make regarding to branding is they undervalue that impact of the quality brand identity. And I'm so shocked sometimes when I see businesses, they request design services such like as a website or, PDF or some sort of graphic. And, when they don't have a brand identity established yet and they're looking for other things. And it's like, you got to start at one point first and then work your way to this. It's all process and, you want it to come together the right way and to make it look amazing. And I understand, cutting costs when starting your business, however, there's no way around producing marketing materials without a brand identity. Even if you have a website, you're still required to establish a look and that feel, like you want your audience to come in. So what colors, think about this, what colors evoke your brand and what types of fonts speak to your audience, do you think? And even the photography style, you should be getting the gist of this from me talking about it so much, but it's necessary. And actually it's a fun way to see your vision come to life. And then with that being said, purchasing, the whole, when it comes to cutting costs and purchasing a cheap logo. Okay, there's definitely sites that you can find that offer logos for like $50. You could go on Fiverr and hire somebody. You might think that this is a great idea and it's awesome because you're saving money. But I urge you, and I'm like, even if I wasn't a designer, I would always say this, just don't do it. You'll be guaranteed to end up with a logo that doesn't reflect your vision, your value, your quality that you deserve. You can go find somebody for $50. They'll run off with your money and give you something a couple weeks later or even an hour later from one of their templates. And you're like, oh my God, wait, this is what I get. And then you're stuck with it. But, and then with that being said too, I just noticed from my past clients, some of them, it's, when they do things like that, it's, you're most likely going to replace this because you hate it. And, then you're spending even more money. So it's like, crap, like I'm trying to save money, but then I ended up spending more. Because you're hiring somebody twice to do it, have someone to clean up your old, the old mess. And you deserve quality, and it's best to establish that, a cohesive brand right up front. Like, get it going. If you believe that you're worth it, just go and invest, and you will thank yourself so much later because you'll feel confident with it and you will be over the moon happy with it. And with that being said too, instead of hiring someone, trying the do-it-yourself method. I totally understand wanting to have control over every aspect of your business, but it's best to stick with what you do best. And it's okay if you can't do it all. Whether you are a photographer, an event planner, or you create and sell products, or you're a coach, like spend your energy there. Don't worry about the other stuff. Like, this is why, I hire people here and there to do stuff with my site that I can't always do. And, even with, if I need a photographer, I'm not shooting my own photos. I have the capabilities to do these services, but I'm limited to my skill set with that. So I choose to outsource it. And I'm totally okay with that. And I love what I get at the end of it. You may have your way around Photoshop a bit, but, brand identity designers, they're definitely better suited to reflect your business in the best way possible. And it'll save you loads of time and, get rid of that headache for you. Another thing that I like to say to avoid is changing your branding frequently. If you're constantly revising your brand identity drastically, it's most likely due to the desire to conform to design trends. And I get that, trends are always happening. There's new things changing all the time. You want to build a timeless brand though, rather than the one that is constantly shifting. If you're sticking with one brand identity though, you're building that cohesive brand, and that in turn, it reflects recognition and it reflects trust and builds you that reputable business among your followers and, your audience. So with that also being said, rushing through the process, I love getting into it. This is so important. Don't rush. Though, you might feel overwhelmed with the growth you're seeing in your business, or, you just want to get it off the ground and launch it already. I'm urging you, don't, take the brand identity process lightly. Take time, like invest in defining the vision behind your brand and discovering your business purpose. These details help if you do hire a designer, it'll help them truly, reflect your business, and they'll be able to produce you something that is amazing, and you're left with a brand that just fits you absolutely perfectly. Taking the time up front, you're less likely to rebrand in the future. So you don't have to deal with going to hire 5 designers and going 5 or 500 times. You have it and you love it, and that's all there is. If you went with the cheap logo option, as I said earlier, you as well as a designer, most likely didn't take the time to invest in your brand. And you want to avoid being left with a great brand identity that you're not embarrassed of, you're confident with, and you want it to reflect your vision. So the best way to avoid these mistakes, I believe, is, just invest in the time up front. Push the pride aside a little bit if you're feeling like, you can do it all, and just admit to yourself, sometimes it's okay to, I can't do everything in my business. I need to outsource, understand what makes your business unique, and, as well as, define your purpose. And once you have a good grasp of your vision, hire that quality designer. Even for myself, not to sell myself, but if any of you that are watching this want help and want to connect, please, I would be more than happy to connect. And if you are watching this and you let me know, I would be more than happy to offer you a discount, because you're sitting here showing up, you're passionate about your business, you're passionate about your brand, you want to thrive, you want to, succeed, contact me. We can, I can help you out, no problem. And, hire someone to give you that face to your brand and help build that cohesive design. So you're asserting your virtual identity. And, I'm always here to help. And I hope this, by you showing up, you're already in the right step by doing this challenge with us. And I hope this resonates with you. And again, your brand is not, from these takeaways too, your brand, it isn't just your logo. And, many people get so caught up in that logo design that they forget all about other important elements that are required, in order to make that brand so super legit and make it, your business. And, everything from that visual aesthetic, the fonts, colors, the imagery, and, yes, obviously the logo, to the subject matter and the tone of voice, you use in your copy and how you communicate directly with your clients and your customers. We want this all to go behind or mesh in with your branding and help create that emotional connection with your target audience. And a logo, hey, it can only tell a portion of your brand story. It's all the other essential elements that, of your brand that will fill in the gaps and create that interesting space for your ideal clients and customers and how you're attracting them. Your brand is a feeling. And, there was actually, I did pull this up. Let me pull it. Let's see. There was a quote, a definition I found for branding, and it says, let's see, a company's brand identity is how that business wants to be perceived by consumers. So, when developing a brand, you're more than just designing something that looks pretty. Your ultimate goal should be to, create that emotional connection with your audience and that group of people that you want to, bring into you. And the problem a little bit with that definition is that, it puts all the focus on what you're trying to do with your brand and kind of skims over the fact that it's not only as good as what the audience perceives about it, but that's why it's so important to do, defining that target audience like we talked about before and how to reach that target audience on a deeper level. And your brand is going to resonate that through you. And, the point of your brand, it's not just to sell your products and services either. What you're actually selling to your potential customers is, the way to get them from where they currently are to where they want to be. If you're, a health coach, you're not just selling a meal plan. You're not just selling a fitness plan. You're selling, you're selling to your client the confidence that they're going to gain when, they're, for example, Sally or whatever, you're giving her the confidence that she's going to gain when she fits into, her new jeans again, or the size 2 that she always wanted. Or if you're a wedding photographer, you're not just about selling beautiful photos, you're creating that experience for them, and you're selling that couple the ability to remember the most important day of their lives forever. So I hope that you're getting a gist of where I'm getting at with that. And, that goes into, just putting it all together and rehashing this, that your brand, it's a story. Your logo is just the title, but your brand is the story, and it's the actual substance of everything. And, this story is what people connect with and brings them to a world that you created for them. And, you're making them feel a certain way. They're remembering you, and they want to keep coming back, or they want to refer you. It should tell a story about what your business does and why. So, I'm hoping that everything that I've said, puts this all into perspective and, really leaves you thinking in a sense like, wow, do I need to, go back and, see, take a look and put these steps into consideration about my brand and what I'm trying to sell and whatnot. And, what can I do to make this better? And what can I do to make myself thrive in my business? But yeah, so I know I wrapped up a little bit quickly today, but I really feel like these parts are so important and they're so key. So I don't need to constantly go into more detail on them. I think they pretty much speak for themselves. And again, if I, please go back and take notes on this, because it's such great value that we're providing you with. And I want you guys to all strive. And yeah, so with that being said, I think we're going to go back with Sarah now, and we're going to talk about the mastermind that we have coming up. And it's so exciting. And thank you guys so much for showing up. We're excited to keep this going and also to, launch the mastermind. It's going to be great. So I'm going to put Sarah on now, and I'll talk to you guys in the field. Bye.
Thanks, Erica. Yeah, I love that message about really giving yourself the time and the focus to develop a brand that authentically represents you and communicates that quality and that value that you have to offer. And I think branding plays such a crucial role, especially for women in business, because having a lack of confidence is an epidemic around women. And obviously, as an entrepreneur, you're stepping out, you're following your own impulses and your own ideas. And sometimes, it's just an idea and it isn't proven to work until you make it work. So sometimes there is that doubt and there is that self-questioning. So I think having a really strong brand that you really feel connected to and feel accurately represents who you are is such a powerful tool to create that confidence in what it is that you're creating and to communicate a powerful message, to really connect with people and make your project a success. So that's why we're so excited to bring this support to you, and combining the mindset work with the details of branding and all of the steps and all of that work that goes on behind thinking through your story before you actually come out with that visual look and feel, and then implementing that across your social media, your email newsletters, wherever it is that you show up and communicate with your clients, to be able to bring that understanding and that outline and that those very specific decisions that you've made about your brand for a very specific reason. So Erica and I are super excited to launch the Brand and Thrive Mastermind. It's a 3-month intensive program to support you in really getting that clarity and confidence to create a brand that gives you an authoritative online identity and gets your message across with impact. So each month we'll give you trainings on everything that you need to know about branding, both from Erica's expertise in website design, color, the visual aspect, as well as the logistical side of how to actually implement those things so that you have an understanding of all of the parts, all of the moving parts of what it takes to create an online identity. And as well as that, I'll be supporting you with the mindset work to make sure that you're not getting overwhelmed, that you're staying clearly focused on your vision and really have that clear connection with the people that you are communicating with while you're building your brand. To making sure that you can show up consistently, you're keeping that conversation going, you're attracting people who you really will connect with and love working with and who will want to eat up your products and services. So every month we'll have every week we have a 90-minute training, and every 4th week we have a laser coaching group session. So you'll have a chance to hop on a call with both me and Erica and get support, whether that's on your mindset, whether that's on a specific element of your branding. And you'll come away with, having a clearly set up content schedule, how to attract traffic growth on Instagram and Facebook, and those are going to be the 2 social media platforms that we're going to be focusing on. But for sure, this everything that you're going to be learning will be applicable to other social media platforms as well. We'll also focus on money mindset to make sure that you've got the confidence and the mindset that's really supporting you to make sales and to connect with people and to have confidence in offering your products and services online and being really visible with what you have to offer and the message that you have to share. So you'll be understanding about traffic growth and conversion rates. You'll be able to understand how to build a simple website or landing page, and the different ways that you can use this to connect with your audience. And really the focus of this mastermind is to keep it really simple and give you, the basic tools that you need to be able to get your message out there. We'll be touching on the mindset practice for confidence, client attraction, and sales. We'll also go into copy and brand messaging guidelines to make sure that you have an outline to make your content creation really easy, to make sure it's authentic. So you're, really set up and there's no guessing game left with how you're going to get your message out there online, how you're going to be promoting what you do, how you're going to be connecting with the people that you most really want to connect with. So we're really excited for that. There's lots of juicy bonuses. You'll get a branding clarity questionnaire. You'll have a rewrite your story your money story workbook, content publishing schedule, money mindset alert schedule to really keep your mindset work going throughout to create that momentum, mindset up leveling screensavers, a morning mindset meditation, and you'll also have access to a private Facebook community to keep you supported and taking consistent action throughout that process. So, and we're also, for the first few people who sign up, you'll also get a one-on-one branding intensive with Erica, and a one-on-one mindset makeover with me. So if that's something that sounds like it would really support you at this stage in your business, please reach out to either me or Erica, and we'll be happy to send you more information about that. I'll pop the link to the sales page below as well. And also, if you know anyone else who really, you know, has an incredible business or a project that needs some help in creating some momentum with their online identity, we also offer a really juicy cash referral payout for anyone that you refer to us who joins the program. So please do put them in touch. And yeah, of course, we've got our competition. You can win 2 spots for free. If you know anyone, get them to come and watch the videos, comment on the videos, post their breakthroughs on Instagram and Facebook, tagging me and Erica, and we'll enter you in the competition. You have to do that by Sunday. And yeah, if you have any other questions at all about your branding, about your mindset, about creating that momentum, feel free to drop them in the comments, and we will get back to you. And we'll be back tomorrow to talk about really how to leverage your brand to start creating success and momentum in your business. So thank you so much for today, Erica.
Yes, thank you. Thank you guys so much. We're excited.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.